Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hopefully Nick gonna start rapping this week because I cannot lie.
Oh my God.
I do not want to hear that shit.
Damn, I look bad, bro.
All right, hold on. I think we should be live right about. Let me double check. We got a bunch of people wait. Check. We're good. Stream.
Yes,
Hello there.
Yes, sir.
Vanessa.
I'm coming back.
Fallout. Trey 10K. Wapo. Prom suit. Bruh, Philly the weapon. Man, what's up, bro? Good to see you. No chill, Will. Your build is still ass, my boy. Bizzle. Juan. Russell. Lionheart. What's good, everybody? My boy Serial. What's good, my guy? Good to see you, bro.
Yo.
I tried to put up a TikTok. They muted my shit for cussing. Oh, we gotta wait 2 minutes to cuss.
Yo, why my camera look like that?
That's how you look in real life, bro.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, bro. We look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 4K. That ain't me.
Hold on, let me see.
I'm telling you, it's the calls,
that's
bro.
Looking forward, bro.
You know I'm live right
Discord
now.
got my stuff.
Right?
Oh, my bad, bro. No, I was saying, have you talked to Tyler? Because he sent me some pictures that he got a bad accident.
Blurry Trey.
Yeah. I'm gonna call him. I texted him yesterday, but I'm gonna call him. But I'm gonna hit you up.
I'm about to turn it back on.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Nah, it's not that, bro. It's I'm about to put my shit at 720p. Hold on.
Don't do nothing. Leave it. Leave
Nah,
everything.
Bro. You always it's like you trying to be the star of this shit.
What do you
know?
Why is it my
no.
fault?
It's only with you.
To be here.
Guys, I'm having the Ocean Spray brand grape raisins. These are pretty good. I'm eating what's left. You know what I'm saying?
You eating the Ocean Spray brand raisins?
He said, how do I cultivate that relationship?
How do I cultivate that relationship?
Oh,
Yo.
man. J Beast, my guy, thank you. Ready for seafood? Hell yeah. What is that, the 8th?
The 8th.
So what is that? That's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday. Yo, but I ain't gonna lie. Let them know, man. This Friday, what we doing, y'all?
Boy, it look like I'm calling from a prison phone.
I'm looking forward to it because 2K in it. We don't know what happened to that game, man. The devs, they really try hard, but with the community managed to squeeze out of the experience and make the full game. This is not something that everybody wanted to play the whole year, bro. I think we've been playing these games so long, bro, that they just can't really keep us hardcore in the game like that for a year for the most part. I can't. There's no game that I've been playing for 10 plus years that I just feel like it's just fun to play all the time like it was the first 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
Such a game doesn't exist, bro. I think we've graduated from that. It's just the longer you play something or watch something, the less impressed you are and all that. Ricky, you made a drastic change. Why you put your background back, bro?
Yo, man, cause I don't like how I look here, yo.
I thought the background was radiant, but apparently you want to. I don't see nothing but your ears.
Your background was cool.
I only saw your ears.
Me and Trey look like bootleg movies.
I'm not gonna lie, Chase, you finna deal with me turning my camera off and on.
I do it.
No, it's not that. It's your camera, bro. It's really the call because y'all didn't drop quality at all in the regular thing. We might have to start doing that. Honestly, yo, high key. Why don't we start doing like the Zoom thing, bro? That shit was kind of clean on the Lord's joint.
It was clean, but Zoom.
Why you back up, bro?
Zoom,
back up.
You wanna pay Zoom?
Gotta pay. Never mind. Fuck all that. So what I was saying before. Yeah, that shit crazy. So yeah, what we was saying. Man, what was I saying? Well, shit. All right. So look. I'm letting them know Friday. Trey shit look blurry. Yo, we both look like we made it. We just came straight to DVD, yo. Friday we doing Dying Light.
So chat, I am unsure whether or not I'm doing a walkthrough on that game because of the sheer length of the game. I'd rather play Seafood for the 12, 14 hours that game is than I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Dying Light for a walkthrough yet. However, the gang is streaming and I'll be playing with them, so y'all get a co-op experience at the very least. I'm gonna finish up Guardians, and then we're gonna play Seafood. But Dying Light, man, I'm very scared of how things went with that game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yo, what up, Dooms? It looks good too. We just unsure, so just to kind of have some fun, we're gonna run it all together. I don't know. Wait, Chase, are you gonna go live on YouTube with it for a little bit, or you're avoiding that?
Possibly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
good, my boy.
So Chase will be live on YouTube, Trey will be live on Twitch, Ronch will be live on Twitch, and I'll be live on Twitch, and we're all four play it. Obviously, we're gonna take the footage and stuff like that. But tune in Friday. Do y'all have a time that y'all comfortable with? People were asking me on Twitter.
Time you're ready, I'm ready.
Right. I mean, after 3.
That makes sense. All right.
You know what I mean? 'Cause that's normally when I try to finish up. But
all right.
So let me make sure we all caught up. Loco, I'm gonna just drop this and dip. Appreciate it. You gotta hit the road. Okay, you driving trucks. Shout out to Demetrius. Y'all still doing Ironworks podcast. We did it, bro. That podcast was epic, dog. They had no bullshit. The way they did it, they had so many personalities coming in and out. There may have been 25, 30 people that like was on there, bro. Why you laughing?
He said AOL Trey.
I see, bro.
Cam Soda camera.
We definitely got the Cam Soda joint. But yeah, we was already on there. That was long. It was a really good episode. Lawyers on there, gang devs, a whole bunch of other podcasters. It was pretty good.
Big Uvu quality.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Bitches was looking bad with that Uvu quality, looking blurry.
Bitches was looking good, but you couldn't see none of the bumps on their lips.
Bro, hey, but Uvu was a time, bro.
When you could hide the lip bumps. You couldn't tell, you know what I'm saying, that they had, cold sores. You could hide the cold sores with that quality. And then you meet them.
They had them train tracks on their lip.
They got one each. That's saying with the pus coming out. Like, you can't see that.
What kind of women on Uvu were you talking to, dude? You was on the wrong side of the Uvu. That's a sick man, bro. He said too much.
I think I just self-snitched. No Chill Will says, just wanted to say thank y'all for always making good content. Started watching y'all in middle school. Now I'm graduating in June, and Trey is still the most ghetto streamer.
No, chill, my motherfucking dog, man.
Congratulations on graduating, bro.
Congrats, man.
I just tried Shadow Man Remaster. Thank you, bro. I can see you do. Okay, I'm gonna see what that's talking about. Shadow. Ow.
Trey, clear up, bro. I wish I could, gang.
All right, guys. So we're gonna do like we did last week. We'll get y'all in and out of the podcast within the hour. We ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time. We already 8 minutes in. So y'all got anything y'all want to say before we go?
No, sir. Let's get it.
I'm still gonna do the Nintendo Switch giveaway. I want us to just get right with it with the format of like how we're gonna do the stream, the layouts and everything. And I'm gonna include the new Pokemon game with it too. So just letting y'all know. Shit's still going on. Just I'll come up with what I gotta do. I gotta make sure y'all follow, sub to Chase. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all sub to the podcast, everything else like that. Yeah, got it.
I want everybody to see how Trey treats his consoles.
What do you mean?
He got a Lysol can. He got his Switch leaning on a Lysol can with no screen cover or no case or nothing.
That's not true.
He got his Switch where the juice go. There's a little juice spot right there, so I know you sat juice on that little spot right there. That's how we treat our stuff. How much that was? $400 investment, and you got it leaning on a Lysol can.
Let me tell you what, man. That thing lucky it ain't on the floor. I ain't even been using it. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro.
You know what Chase? You know what Trey look like? You ever seen the show Love Is Blind on Netflix? Yeah. He look like the blurry glass before you get to see the woman you about to marry. Like. You look like a fucking blurry. You look Gaussian.
The glasses ain't gonna save you, dude.
You look like he's Gaussian blurred.
The glasses gonna save me, bro.
All right, what is this beat? Christmas Star.
Oh,
skip all these.
Hell yeah. All
right, first things first. Let's Battlefield. Battlefield 24, 2042. What the fuck happened? I'm not buying that game. And let me admit,
ain't free yet?
Unless they fully fix the game like they did BF4, I will never buy that game. Them dudes is down horrendous. They don't even want to tell people about the sales number. Yeah. What happened to that game?
Missing too much shit. Like how can you ship this game when there's so much missing? When it was dumbass spawn points, you could spawn tanks on top of goddamn roofs. They didn't have a scoreboard. And then also some of our favorite modes was missing, bro. Like that game was ass, bro. And like also for me, I'm a big fan of Battlefield maps. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a real big fan. Like I love playing Conquest. I used to be on there running Conquest solo, running from spot to spot. But bro, the map was too goddamn big. Way too big, bro. And you know what's crazy? I was actually thinking about picking it up recent, bro, because like the first person shooter market is like so ass right now. And I was like, you know what? Let me think about getting it. But bro, I was just like, first of all, nobody I know playing this. And then randomly, I go to Twitch, bro. That shit had 800 people watching it. 800 people, bro. That game is dead, bro.
Ricky, what happened to Battlefield?
I played it, and then there was like a mode that fucking confused me, dude. It had every Battlefield that ever came out in that mode. I got right off, yo. That shit was crazy. Shit was lagging.
Installed it.
You didn't install it?
I'm not installing that game, bro. When they told me, listen, like we talking about this before, there's some stuff that you don't think you have to tell somebody you need. Like you go to a restaurant, right? You know what I'm saying? You get your, you know what I mean? You expect napkins, you expect silverware, especially if you dining in, you expect silverware. You don't expect that you have to ask, yo, we didn't get silverware. Like nobody has silverware. That EA, they said, oh, y'all wanted a scoreboard? We didn't know y'all cared about that. Then they called it a legacy feature. If you can't give me the most basic thing like a scoreboard, that tells me where you are with relations to your customers' needs, but just what you think about game development, period. I didn't know I had to tell you to put a scoreboard in your fucking game, bro. That shit is ass. You
know what it's equivalent to? Remember when Shorty got exposed? She ran out of fried chicken. She went to Popeyes.
Oh my God, I forgot about that lady, bro.
What you talking about?
Yo, that was what it was, yo.
Bro.
She went, got fried chicken from Popeyes and put it back on her menu. Yo, they grabbed Battlefield 3, 4, Battlefield 2, and they brought that bitch over to their game because they ain't have shit left in that game. That game came with 5 guns. I'm not playing that game, yo.
Like, and don't get me wrong. Realistically, when you buy shooters, there is a small group of people that only play the campaign. Most of the people play multiplayer. Some do multiplayer and campaign. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a campaign, in a perfect world, that tells me, oh, they putting everything they got into the multiplayer. Like you putting all your resources, all your creativity. How you don't have a single player and your game still come out like that? Make it free to play, bro.
Dude, I thought literally, no, I'm not even trying to seem delusional. They scrapped the single player, and in my head, I'm like, wait, this multiplayer about to be massive. They took 4 years off and said that this is gonna be one of the biggest. Yo, this shit felt like, it felt like an earlier release. Like it felt like it felt worse than Battlefield 4.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I cannot remember the last time I seen a game fall off like this, bro. First of all, how do you fumble in Call of Duty? Honestly, a lot of people right now are not satisfied with Call of Duty. Yeah. And you sit there and you fumble the bag. And fam, right now, I know this don't mean nothing, but listen, right now on Twitch, bro, there are 548 people viewing this game, bro.
And on the entire Twitch platform, with millions.
Let me tell you what games has more views in this game, bro. H1Z1, Conan Exile, bro. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Other Battlefield games. That's
Black Ops 3. Like, Black Ops 3 is a banging game, but how old is that game? Like
2015.
How do you fall off like that, bro?
In my personal humble opinion, they put out 3 ass Battlefields in a row. I didn't play Hardline. I know a lot of people like that one, so I'm not going to speak on Hardline. I'm not qualified. Battlefield 4, out of the ones I played, is the last good Battlefield. Them other 3 games does not mess with Battlefield 4. And the Battlefield 1 was absolutely horrendous with the War Bonds upgrade system. That shit was poop. This, you know what? That's it. I expect 0 from them. The only game they put out as good is Star Wars.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. EA, they starting to be finished in the streets, bro. Cause like, bro, you keep like disappointing us with products, man. As far as with me, the only thing that I am looking forward to, like you just said, is Star Wars, bro. And like, and honestly, for me, it's only the Fallout. What's that? Fallout Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah,
that's the only one I'm really checking for. Bro, anything else they putting out, bro, I'm not finna be set up for disappointment again, bro. I can't.
To be honest, bro, it's kind of sick. Like they messed up like 3 of a juggernaut kind of genre. They had the sports genre on lock, obviously the racing games on lock, the shooter game genre on lock, and then the boxing game genre. Like that game, like you really had control.
What their catalog is
Apex is still solid. Apex is
still one of their biggest titles. I ain't gonna lie.
Apex is holding them down, bro. That game was amazing.
Yeah, quality wise, Apex is.
Wait. Apex and their indie games.
Yeah, they do good indies, but those studios, I don't know if EA is just publishing those or they're making those as well. Because a lot of people have to remember that sometimes there's a difference. So I'm going to assume that they're not making those, that the smaller studios are making them, and EA is deciding to publish them.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Despite the because the game also had its bullshits. The Sims is doing relatively well too.
But
the Sims is doing good.
But you remember even the Sims when the Sims 4 first came out. I don't even think they had like a dishwasher and stuff.
Bro, they had no full kitchen. They had no full kitchen layout.
Like I don't know, but because this is a good segue because we mentioned Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know if y'all know that there's 8 Star Wars games in development right now.
I don't even watch them. Look, let me make a disclaimer. I have not watched every movie, but I'm cool with it. What, you think it's too many? It's not by EA though.
One of them, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay.
Knights of the Old Republic remake. There's a Ubisoft open world Star Wars game that's probably gonna be 700 hours to finish. Then you got a Quantic Dream, which is the makers of Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls.
To that one. I'm looking forward to that.
They have one. I think there's a Square Enix Star Wars, and there's a couple other ones around there as well. There's a lot. There's a Lego Star Wars game in development. I love Star Wars, but here's a question.
Yo, King Dooms that's a fact. Dooms. Shit, he said eight of them, and we can't even get one NBA Street. What was your question?
Not one. All right,
we can't get one new Fight Night, but anyways,
out of the 8, what you know what it took? We already talked about this. EA, they so full of shit. It took for them to see the esports boxing club and see the work they doing with the budget that's much smaller than them for them to say, we're gonna finally put out a Fight Night and we're gonna finally put out Skate 4 like y'all been asking.
How can you put out a great game, bro? I really don't know. I really don't know nobody that don't like Fight Night Champion for real. What an amazing story, one of the best sports game stories, and then just lead that franchise for that.
Ain't that the best? Like, and I'm not even trying to be biased. Ain't it like?
I think it is the best from what I know.
It was for me. I mean,
that shit was hard, bro.
And just leave it. Just leave it, bro.
Pure corporate greed, not wanting to pay license fees for individual boxers and deciding that UFC is cheaper. Is probably we already talked about, it's one of the main reasons, but like you got to spend money, you know what I'm saying, for quality. And I keep telling people, because I see people in comment sections and other podcasts and our podcasts and on Reddit defending companies not wanting to spend money. I don't give a fuck.
It ain't my pocket.
That's not my problem.
I want the game.
You gonna spend the money. I don't care. This is more expensive. You see the revenue they make per quarter? And y'all defending the fact that they don't want to spend $20 million or whatever exceptional cost.
Guess what? And that's why I'm glad. I don't even want to this is going to be it. That's why I was glad Microsoft bought a studio, because they were holding back a lot of their shit. They had a lot of their gems held under. So that can help them bring out those.
And yo, just to talk about that real quick, because we're going to move on. Most of the people who talked about the Microsoft acquisition, if they really enjoy games, they were more concerned. They were likely to say that they were excited or they were looking forward to the games that they love being fixed. That was the first thing when I heard Microsoft was buying them. I'm like, yo, they gonna fix COD and Overwatch 2.
That was me. That was me all the way. I said Overwatch 2 finally gonna come for y'all because y'all been waiting, and we know why that should been delayed.
That
also
should be the focus. Go ahead.
That one, you had obviously Call of Duty when they said that they may not be doing annual no more. You had a couple of other Activision games. I know the is it League? Warcraft?
Warcraft, Candy Crush.
They've been waiting for that game to like drop more content. So they've been voicing out that they're happy that there's a studio that made, well, the fact that Microsoft might put more money and more staff behind that shit. But the shit that bugs me out, dude, the thing that bugs me out about EA is, and this is a good segue, they just announced yesterday they're not looking to be bought. They're actually looking to acquire more studios.
I did not know that. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see them acquire nothing.
Don't
yo. Boy, Lee, get your hands away from them games.
Yo, yeah, EA, y'all
you got too much in your back catalog. Get away from them games.
Let me see if I can find a list. EA buys studios just to close them bitches.
Fuck.
All they do, like, is consolidate.
Yo, Flip ain't lying.
What'd he say?
Flip is not lying. So Jeff Keighley also put out, there's so many deals that are actually in its final stages. So we're about to see something crazy with Capcom, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and it's kind of ridiculous. And you know what? Looking back, EA, they also, the CFO spoke out, and sadly enough, he said they didn't think Battlefield was gonna sell. That Battlefield sold less than what they thought. It was a very huge disappointment.
Well, good,
I'm so listen, bro. If Microsoft keep buying stuff, I'm alright. Only keep buying stuff, I'm alright. EA, please stay away from the games we know and love, bro. Because you got too many that we know and love that you won't do anything with. You got the NFL license, bro. Bro, it's no need for you to only do one NFL game, bro. You can put out 2. You can have your streaks don't even gotta be annual. You can do semi-annual, bro. And if you wanted to, I know you can go crazy with the microtransaction, but you want the game, bro. You got too many classic games that we want that you ain't touching.
And not profitable enough in their eyes to put the project out. Remember, I'll just say this real quick, Rick. I know you want to go.
No. Yeah.
I know. There used to be a standard for how much revenue was brought in that was considered a success. The revenue standards have gotten so high that stuff that used to be considered a massive success is a failure now. So to a lot of these companies, they can't afford in their minds to put some of those games out that were massively successful, because you look at the juggernauts like Call of Duty and Apex and Fortnite and Madden and 2K. You look at that revenue and these companies are like, yo, I want that every time. But anybody that's watching, when y'all see people defending microtransactions in the game like it's a must, and the companies won't make enough, just fucking remind them that Doom Eternals? What is that, the last one? Made $500 million without microtransactions. So hey, that's bullshit. But go ahead, Rick. I know you wanted to say something.
No, it was more so just EA, because I know Trey and y'all fan of NCAA.
Yeah.
With the fact that they spent millions of dollars on Anthem, and Anthem was supposed to be that crusher right there for Destiny. That was supposed to come, and I'm surprised. You know, I know there's like, and they got me questioning, to be honest with you. If another team can make a football game or a boxing game, then there should be no reason why like there's this like restriction for NCAA. But with EA, why the hell they held back on NCAA on making with
the NCAA? It's because they started to get sued, but for player likeness and things like that. But also still, like once that case had got settled and underway, like the thing is, bro, they still could have continued to put the game out. Just stop using people's likeness. That and golf. Just continue to have the community edit feature and allow people to recreate those rosters on their own. But their problem is they didn't want to go down that route. They wanted to make Mariota look like Mariota, but just change where he's from. They put him in the same state, same skin color, but his name wasn't Mariota. He had the same features and everything, but like, nah, bro, like y'all could have just randomly generated stuff and make sure that the gameplay was good and let the community do the rest. But
yeah, like allow people to create players. Not only that though,
but I think the NCAA is it is coming back. It's coming back though. So.
Hopefully, because for y'all, I know y'all that's y'all shit. I like, and to be honest with you, you know what's unfortunate? I gotta stop saying it's only y'all because I would play it too. Because obviously, every year Madden comes out, Trey, what we do? Download that hoe, and then we get off because we're like, all right.
And it's ass. I don't
it's ass.
2 weeks now.
Bro, I don't even think it's 2 weeks, bro. I think it's like the initial install. We get on it, and it's like, why? So
me and Ricky played one game of Madden on PC, and we ain't never played it again.
Every year, yo. It's like an anniversary, dog.
And you know what? There's not like I'm sure they had the numbers. I'm sure companies had the numbers. Revenue should not be the only thing that companies look at when they're looking at how well a game is doing. You should be looking at revenue. You should be looking at obviously user recurrent spending, but you should be looking at how many people are playing concurrently and just how long they're staying on the game. I don't think these companies are looking, because if you did, you'd know as far as Madden selling copies, how many, well, people are going to say because of Game Pass and stuff, but
Madden was the one big game that I see. I don't know a single game that gives away more free copies than Madden. They can do it. They can do it because game sales is not their top priority. It's the microtransactions. People spend thousands on my team. So, chat, honestly, y'all might have answers. Name a game out there that when a game comes out, you see the devs giving out as many copies as Madden does. I can't name one.
That's the only game.
EA did it. It's EA. They did it with NHL, Madden, FIFA, Live. It's sad to see what happened in Need for Speed, Medal of Honor. Like, wow.
There's way more than that. There's 9 studios alone that's closed. The Skate studio was closed. So
What happened to Mirror's Edge?
I don't know what studio made that. They might be closed too. They had
Dragon Age.
Bro, they closed everybody, bro. Like, dog, they got so many studios that are being forced to work on games that they would prefer not to work on. EA's just.
Hey, bro, EA, a classic example of what EA does is they'll buy some shit that so other people can't have. I remember what they did with 2K as far as the football. Fam, they bought the NFL license. They bought the NCAA license. They bought the arena football license, gang, and only put out like 2 arena football games and held that license for like 9-10 years so 2K couldn't compete. EA, they just buy shit and sit on it. Don't do anything
with the scoreboard. And they do some shit with a scoreboard with live or something.
Oh yeah. They bought ESPN too because ESPN was with 2K. This is and then they stopped using the ESPN shit for they only use it in NBA Live.
All right,
anyway.
So shout out to Carnage, my boy Carnage. Thank you, shout out to Spotty. Thank you guys very much. DHC.
Ooh.
I read yours earlier. All right, has to be said. All right, Tom Brady retired, man.
Officially?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to your screen? Oh, officially.
Yeah.
Oh.
I always
wish you could play with that start with straight shots and then pop bottles. Listen, bro, I'm not sad at all. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm not gonna sit and fake. Yo, there's some niggas like, oh, Brady's gone. I just can't believe it. I hated him, but he's gone. Get that nigga out of here, bro. I don't give a damn. He's the GOAT. Tom Brady is clearly the GOAT. I'd be a fool if I sit here and lie and act like anybody is touching this dude's resume. He's the greatest quarterback to ever throw a goddamn football. Take your ass home. I don't want to see you no more. I'm good. Good riddance.
Great career. Well deserved, bro.
I always say when we get all these athletes, regardless of how we feel, I'm sure we all have athletes that are beloved but also hated. Like Kevin Durant is going to be one of those people for some people. Y'all better enjoy them while they playing because one day they won't be. And you get one of these people. Their styles, their mannerisms, the way they move, what they bring to the game, you get one. So regardless of how you feel, shit is a little bit different when you look on that field and you don't see, or that court, you don't see these players playing the game anymore. Especially because you watch them for so long. Think about it.
You know, crazy, like bro, I ain't gonna lie, no cap. I genuinely do agree with you, except for Tom Brady. He's the only one, I swear to God.
So people should enjoy, LeBron's, however many years he decides to play, or any of the other really good veteran people, because eventually they're not going to be playing. I mean, you'll see them. They'll still be involved with sports, but they not going to be there. And you're going to remember the 10, 15, 20 years. That's so long. Bro, 22 seasons, dog.
Crazy.
They're going to feel it when LeBron leaves, too.
It's going to be it's going to be a big one. Like,
remember that whole shit with LeBron and all the controversy, the hate back and forth and everything that he did. And then they're gonna finally accept the comparisons, because for years they didn't want to put him on these lists and all this other shit. But when he's gone and he's out here enjoying retirement or possibly owning a team or something, you don't see him playing on the court. And as the rules change and bend a little bit, and then you got these players out of the league. I mean, shit. Now what? So we gotta hope for the next superstar.
I completely agree with y'all. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man.
But
Tom Brady did his thing, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Motherfucker, I was tired of your ass winning.
I was tired of you winning. You won.
You can stay in the league, but stop winning. Fuck.
Listen, bro. You won a lot. You won a lot, fan square. You got some cheating on that resume. I was tired of this shit. Get the fuck out. All right, I'm tired of this shit. And your last season was amazing. You were good until the end. Now go home,
bro.
Go home.
Just to see dudes coming back down there 30 and all that, and Super Bowls and all that. Get out of here. You made your point, especially after last year.
Go home.
Matter of fact, two times I said if I see it, I was blocking people. After LeBron came back from the 3-1, like if I see dudes slandering him that day, I'm blocking you. Because I don't know how you can't give somebody, if you can never give somebody credit, one time you got to give it to him. And then with Tom Brady's last year, I'm like, all right, bro, this motherfucker on a whole new team that was ass, in a whole new goddamn conference. This dude is 43 years old. Like, all the excuses is out of there. He got away from Belichick, and you see the Patriots.
You say, Flip say Peyton went out with a ring. I ain't gonna lie, Brady finna go out with an MVP.
Hey, he went out with a ring, and Peyton's
Brady
my favorite
finna go
player.
out.
But that boy was ass.
Let me tell you what, that boy, listen, with that defense, boy, Rex Grossman could have won a ring with that defense. You hear me?
Bro, Peyton
that
Manning,
Broncos defense was crazy.
And
I was a Peyton Manning fan for real, bro. That defense was crazy.
That was one of the worst Super Bowls I've ever watched too. With the Broncos versus who again?
I was
getting tatted. I was getting tatted to that.
I was sick watching Cam lose. I ain't gonna cap.
Dude, I was getting tattooed to that and watching Brokeback Mountain.
But anyway,
I was kept.
Moving on. Real quick. Hyperscape.
That's it. What we gotta say,
bro.
We got more viewers on the podcast than there are playing on the stream.
Make sure y'all like the stream. The Hyperskate servers are being shut down. Chat. Do you even know what Hyperscape is? And I'm dead serious. I know a lot of y'all do. Do y'all even know what it is?
The only reason why I even remembered the name Hyperscape is because Guapo be using their eyes emote, and I hope they get rid of it. You know, that game, I remember Ricky and Runchy playing it. I knew I'm not downloading it. I cannot lie to you, boy.
They made an esports league and never got to league.
They made an esports league?
They made an esports league and never got to league.
No, I'm good, love. You can have it.
All right, on the serious side, because I didn't play it. I don't really like Battle Royale games.
I thought it was fun.
What happened to the game?
Fortnite was way too strong, and Apex was right there, like on season 3-4, where it was like right up there. Warzone had just came in, and bitch, Hyperscape, sit your ass down.
That game got one viewer on Twitch.
What?
Game dead as fuck, I swear to God.
That shit more dead than my YouTube channel.
I swear to God.
Hey, yeah, we need whoever that viewer is, we need to find him. We need to know
I think it's one dude watching his own stream. Yo, the game is dead, bro. That game is dead as hell, bro. God damn, bro. God damn.
That shit got that
That shit more dead than my TikTok. That shit crazy.
They got that Splitgate work. Remember Splitgate came out? Dudes like, oh my God.
Hey, wait. Splitgate still got people playing it, but Splitgate, I hope they understood. No, but look, Splitgate, they were out here trying to do turnings and shit. They don't even realize, bitch, we was only playing your game because we was waiting for Halo to come out. Once Halo came out, the
problem with the game, bro, it's like, BRs is too oversaturated. It's just too many, bro. I remember, I forgot that one BR. I was trying to find the name of it. It was like dudes was running around and like it was like an 80s BR game or some shit like that. It was just ass. Like, BR is too oversaturated, bro. I ain't gonna lie, we got a solid base. We just need to stop. Go make other games, bro. Yo, y'all should have made this. Hey, who knows? This game could have been way more successful if they sit there and tried to make this like a regular traditional FPS game instead of a BR. Who knows what it would have been? But everybody want to try to run the Fortnite wave, the PUBG wave, the Apex wave, the Warzone wave. I'm tired of it, bro. Like, just leave it alone. What it is?
You said they should have. Anybody play the XDefiant beta?
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That shit made me. That shit made me like
Radical Heights. Yes,
hey,
Radical Heights.
Radical Heights.
Game.
That shit.
I bought that shit.
XDefiant though.
XDefiant made me like I really didn't go live that day because that game was ass.
Bro, they don't even know what it is. XDefiant, bro. That was Ubisoft's.
That game was
like
shit.
First person like tactical shooter that they put out. It was last year. Terry, my guy, good to see you, bro. All right. One question before we move on. I want everybody to think of a game and just ask what happened to that shit. I'll go first. Skull and Bones. What happened to that shit?
Yo, Brink. What happened to this shit?
No. Is it in like a game that was announced?
It could be announced. It could be a game that came out and just died recently in the last 2 years. Like,
died recently.
What happened to Skull and Bones? What happened to that shit?
I don't even know what Skull and Bones is.
It's Ubisoft's pirate game.
Oh shit! I got a good one from the chat. Knockout City. What happened? What happened? What happened to that boy? What happened,
Knockout City.
Oh shit! That was crazy.
Oh no, that's fucking tough.
Shit, Avatar. Where you at? That shit ain't never coming out.
Avatar? Yeah, they can keep that, bro.
The Anthem.
Anthem?
Drive Club. Damn. Crackdown 3. New World. That's a good one.
Oh, New World.
Wait. You tripping? New World.
Yo,
bro.
Ricky. Rick, when the last time you played New World?
I haven't played it. Have you seen
Ricky and Runch? I'm asked Runch the other day. He said he played it in eons.
No. I haven't played it because you know me. I'm trying to play where the views go. But I'm just saying that that shit.
Back 4 Blood. What fucking happened to that shit? That shit is $16.
That game fucking sucks. I only did they promo for the bread.
Yeah, you
I ain't gonna lie, that game fucking sucks dick.
$16.
I had to sit there and tell them how lit that shit was.
All right, Marquise, man, thank you, bro. I knew it was coming, bro.
Oh yeah, Destruction All Stars.
Destruction All Stars, PlayStation. Y'all desperately need it. We will get to them. Outriders, Outriders.
No. Respectfully,
what?
I thought, no, if I'm not mistaken, I thought like New World was getting like above, and this is, y'all might not think this is crazy, but for Amazon game, like 10K viewers at least for Amazon game.
The only one doing it, that's only when Shroud is playing it. Nobody else stream that game.
Shroud live right now?
Yeah, he live right now with 75K. Let's pick New World.
They paying him.
Nobody, no. I ain't gonna lie. What I can say is he actually like that game. Okay, somebody with 2K, 5K, then it dipped down to 106K. I mean, to 106 viewers, but nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. That game, nah, man. When it came out, I seen some people. Oh, man,
he's still doing good, right?
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna let y'all know in the climate that we in right now. Still shocked that New World is still being above the thousands. Battlefield got like 2 people.
That's a fact.
So like, where we at right now?
What an AEW wrestling game at? What an AEW wrestling game at? What the news on that,
bro? It's coming, bro. I hope.
What the news on that shit at? It's looking spooky.
I'm defending that, bro. Battlefield. All of them together, I looked at the list. Every Battlefield, that shit only equates to like 500 total.
That shit is nuts.
Yo, so I'm really disappointed. Hey, Call of Duty.
He said Minecraft. All right, bro.
Minecraft is like top 5 biggest games in the world. That shit is crazy.
True.
Shout out to Daru. Thank you, bro. With the Bungie acquisition, I'm not even thinking about Destiny. I'm thinking about yes. We're gonna get to that in just a second, bro. We on the same page. Shout out to Spotty. If Microsoft supports these games like they do, with said the KIC companies actually asking to join. That's a fact. It's possible. But yeah, you have to consider. Some people might feel like that the budget, if you go where a lot of other people are, you may have less resources allocated to you. So it's possible that people may not want to go with Sony and Microsoft and people that have all these studios, just because they won't feel like their studios like priority in the budget. Shout out to David Banks. My bad about the email closing. Yeah, bro. When you send your emails, bro, make sure you link your products, because he sent me an email about his clothing line, but he didn't send. I couldn't see any of it. I'm gonna get back to you on that. Gaming Addict, shout out to Gaming Addict, bro. Thank you, bro.
What up, Addict?
He said hit the like button. All right.
Yeah, Warframe is still being played. Am I bugging?
Yeah, and that's crazy. That's real quick. I keep telling people there's so many games that's super popular that are so like out of my like day to day that I forget. You know what I mean? Warframe.
Samurai J with a good one. What the hell is the Last of Us 2 multiplayer?
That's a fact, yo.
Shit, bro. I don't even want to get started with them with that shit. The fact that they didn't pay that out at launch, there's really no excuse for it. But that's good old Sony not really having no multiplayer. So, all right, Pokemon.
Rogue Company. Pokemon, y'all got it. Y'all got this.
Hey, look, I've been calling that shit. I know it's what's it, Arceus? I've been calling that shit Pokemon Abraxas. Yo,
lag like shit when that shit came out.
Motherfucker, Pokemon Abraxas. Outside of all the reading in the very, very long first couple hours of tutorial, as far as a new style of Pokemon, if you left Pokemon because you was tired of playing the same style for like a long time, what I'm telling you, my brother, my sister, it's time for you to come back. Bro, it's about fucking time. It took 30 years. It took 30 years. But Pokemon Abraxas is it as far as Pokemon goes. So many changes to the gameplay. Being able to catch Pokemon that are just walking around without having to enter battle. Having actual objectives per Pokemon so that you can get different rewards and do different stuff instead of just filling out the Pokédex and fighting the Elite Four. You have lots of other things that you could do, because when I play games, feeling rewarded is what keeps me on the game. Once I stop getting rewarded or the grind is over, I tend to go on to the next game. So like I can play games that maybe aren't as fun or interesting if they just keep giving me little rewards. I feel like I accomplished something. So that's pretty much how I play the game. And I know that because at a later time, I'm gonna tell y'all about my experience, but Trey has me playing Death Stranding, and I would not even recommend the game to anybody, but I have like 50 hours on the game since like Friday. I don't even know why I'm playing the game like that.
And he enjoying the game. He enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Death Stranding is a game. We obviously talking about Pokemon, but that's a game that gets a lot of slander from people that ain't never played it.
Well, I understand the slander, but I don't know why I'm playing that game. But getting back to Pokemon, let me tell you something. That shit good. The graphics is garbage though. Don't tell me it's a Nintendo game. I know you about to type it, delete that shit, because Mario Odyssey don't look like that. Breath of the Wild don't look like that. Splatoon don't look like that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. The graphics fucking suck dick. And don't say it's because you need an OLED. The graphics are fucking ass on that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. Graphics.
I'm gonna just say one more thing. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Nintendo used to strive for graphics and all that back in the day. It wasn't really until that Wii where they just gave up on that shit. The GameCube is more powerful than the PS2. I'm not making this up. They used to put stuff into visuals, and then they sold the most out of the PS3 and the Xbox and said, "Fuck it." Them graphics is ass on that Abraxas stuff. But the gameplay on that Abraxas is hot. Pokemon Abraxas. Go ahead, Ricky.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The graphics don't more so. The graphics ain't Breath of the Wild, but it don't bother me because, you know, we've already adopted years of playing. You know, we've adjusted playing the way Pokemon been looking. But yo, that game, man. At first, the reading was really like annoying because it's like a tutorial for everything, and I get it. You know, basically they're like, it's like a prequel to whatever, you know, whichever Pokemon came out years ago. I just think that game is amazing to me. Like literally, I can no longer stay on a Pokemon game that long, because it's always like the same setup. You got to buy either one or two of the editions, and then obviously it's like a scheme. So I'm like, nah, whatever. The gameplay though, I love it, man. I love doing the challenges for each of them. You still got IVs, you still got all those kind of things. I seen the fact that I've encountered so many Abras. You can see the Pokemon. It's like the stuff that we've been asking for. Yeah. Do I wish that there was multiplayer? Does that sound like a stretch? I don't even think so. It's been 30 years.
So that's my problem though. And like, there's some great comments, obviously. Like, from the gameplay perspective, we are impressed with the game. I just had this. You know, I always have to say something because I would be irresponsible if I didn't tell you about them graphics. But when it comes to Nintendo, people do this thing where like stuff that is like a standard across the industry, people question if Nintendo should even be doing that. You know what I mean? Like there should be multiplayer on the game.
Nintendo fans.
Hold on, I want to.
Be honest, bro. My main problem with Nintendo fans, bro, is like from a person that's not with the Nintendo, that's like I'm not really under that umbrella. Yeah, I got a Switch. The only reason why I got this Switch, I was about to flip it, but then the chat said they wanted some play some Nintendo games. I'm not a Nintendo fan, but when I say okay, I would love if some of the games include better stories or include voice acting. Then you have some people Nintendo games don't need voice acting. Fuck up.
Yeah, like here's my thing. I think Tucker Shakur, he said something. It's not about he said something about either you want good graphics or a good game, and that's like nah.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
You
that's
have
not fair.
both.
That's what I'm saying. Because Breath of the Wild had both.
Breath of the Wild didn't have some good graphics. Mm-hmm.
They have games that have both. But this is what I'm saying about Nintendo, right? It's like people don't give a shit. And that's fine, because obviously we enjoy the game. I routinely play PS2 games. So obviously it's not a big deal. It's funny, but I have to say something about it. Come on, I mean.
Yeah, I would have. Here's the things that they brought to the game that I'm happy about. They brought basically they brought DNA to each Pokemon. There's depth for me in each of those Pokemons, the challenges and whatnot. I love the fact that obviously you can evolve them. You craft in that game. I like where I'm at. I haven't gotten so deep where y'all been at in the game, but crafting stuff, finding different items in the game. Like they got some real RPG elements. Now with the story that's unfolding as I'm playing, I'm enjoying it. There's no gyms in this game. And this is what I said. I said, listen, you encounter like these bigger Pokemons, and I thought it was going to be on some raid type stuff because remember what was the one that we played? They need to bring the raids.
They need to bring the raids back, and they need to have the gems. Yeah,
and I think
multiplayer in that game too.
Yeah, the raids were multiplayer. That Mewtwo raid was the most fun shit I ever did on Pokemon.
Yeah.
So because this game has a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like it doesn't have voice acting things like that I want. It says it has so much content in it. It's the only edition of the game. It wasn't Arceus Purple and Arceus Blue. Like it's one edition. I think with everything it has, then makes me say, you know what? I don't mind paying extra bread now if they release a raid kind of content for the game or content that brings gym leaders because they got a lot of content in it. But I'm not gonna sit here and ever say that they shouldn't. Yo, dude, that reading is annoying. That reading is OD annoying to the point where. Yo, have y'all skipped any of that shit? I don't like reading that shit too much.
You can't. I mean, you could, but
keep pressing buttons.
You could, but like there's valuable information. So I feel like
that's the unfortunate part.
And the thing is, like, like we on the older side of gamers anyway. Like when we was coming up, or when I was coming up, like RPGs and all that, it was all reading. When I would play Final Fantasy 2 and 3 and all that shit, there was no voice acting in video games. With the exception of a couple games maybe had a little bit, but there was none. So I'm from the era of people who played and you had to read everything. But like things have changed. And I just some people feel like the Nintendo games would be worse with voice acting. And that's bullshit.
That's ridiculous.
Because they've had TV shows, cartoons and stuff where the characters have voices and they're really good. So I don't know how it would make it worse. It would, unless the voice acting was shit. But like people, and I get it, it's kids. Okay, that's fine. I'm just saying, it would be cool one day if the characters spoke a little bit more, depending on the game. When I played Luigi's Mansion 3, which I love, there was like little to no voice acting on there. Just like they'll say their names and stuff like that or make their little noises. But they have, what Mario's voice sounds like. There's been a guy who's been doing Mario's voice for 30 years. Yeah,
and one thing I'm gonna add, and it was about because people were saying that there's no gym leaders. Well, they do a good job at trying to, like, the story here was like a prequel. This was when, not to spoil it, it's kind of in the details of the summary of the game. They're looking at this is why I fuck with the game. Actually, they view Pokemon as terrifying creatures. Like Pokemon aren't the gentle creatures of the world that help you, and it's more so like we need to do testing on them, lab test them, and we need to find out what these things are. So this is before even gym leaders became a thing. So you're the dude who came from the future or whatever, and you're here to kind of
it's a
help
prequel,
out.
Kind of. It can't be a prequel. But
that's what everybody in my chat was spamming. They're like, yo, dude, it's a prequel because the time period you came falling from the sky basically, and they're like, dude, you don't even look like one of us, because everybody there looked kind of like from a past time. So it's like you're helping them out. So the idea, like, I like that, and then it makes sense. There's no gym leaders, but they've added different things. For example, it ain't the gym leaders you're going against, it's the bigger Pokemon. Kind of reminds me of that one Yu-Gi-Oh episode. I know this is off track, but like the Yu-Gi-Oh episode where you kind of go back in time and you see how they were before they became the card. And so they started encountering their I think their counterparts of like their favorite card, whatever. And it was like, oh, this shit was like how it was back in the days. See, so Pokemon kind of took it there. That shit, I like that. I just wish there was a little bit of voice acting, because there's just so much information that I feel like I'm gonna miss something. So, but I think that game, they took it there, bro. I really do enjoy it.
I'm glad that, I'm sorry. Well, no, like, so for me as a person, I don't really like play Pokemon or anything like that. But what I can say is I am glad that like the people that I am seeing playing this game is appreciating it. Like I see a lot of people say this game heat, this game fire. Some people even say it's the best one of all time. So like for the core, it's seeming like for the core Pokemon fan, if you've been playing these games for a long time, you're really gonna appreciate and enjoy this one. I wish that for me personally, selfishly, there was more things that'll try to get me as a person that don't really play that to try to be more, give me more of a reason to try to play the game.
Yeah, I mean, gameplay. We asked for stuff, finally got it. One addition to the game, like Ricky said, the game is excellent, and like. Pokemon is a game that I left and came back on Sword and Shield, and then I got Brilliant Diamond. I had like 98 hours on Brilliant Diamond in a very short time. So I play the games. It's not like, you know what I mean? But I'm speaking, Nintendo as a whole, I think, should maybe experiment with a little bit more dialogue. And there's a lot of games that are RPGs that have, voice acting and there's reading as well. Maybe they could do something like that. But I just think it would be cool to have voices for some of the characters, but whatever. All right, we only got about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and talk about the Sony Bungie acquisition. So if you missed the crazy news a couple weeks ago, Microsoft acquired Activision. We're waiting for everything to be finalized, but everything looks good. So with that, they had, I don't know, like 8 or 10 studios or something from that Activision acquisition that they're going to also get, which is good because now they have Toys for Bob, and all those people maybe could go back to making Crash Bandicoot and any other game. So that was a good acquisition. Better work conditions for those people who've been working with that asshole over there, stuff like that. So then Ricky called me 2 days ago and was like, yo, what you doing? He said, I need your reaction right now. I'm eating taco salad and shit. I'm like, what? He like, yo, Sony just bought Bungie. I'm like, man, you bullshitting. And I think I said to you, like, why are you trolling right now? You're like, I'm not trolling. And I'm thinking, like, I don't really play Destiny like that. I played it a lot more in the first game, but even then I wasn't hardcore like a lot of my guys were, but I had fun on there. Destiny 2, I didn't really play it much. So I'm not going to pretend to be excited about a game that I don't play a lot like some people do. What I'm looking forward to is the strong possibility of a new shooter, because Sony has Bungie, which are the original Halo devs, and now they have Destiny, which is going to stay multi-plat, which is good for everybody.
The devs announced that it's going to be multi-plat too.
So that's great. And they also have another studio with a bunch of Treyarch devs. So Sony has always been, at least for the last 9 years, garbage. No multiplayer games that were shooters that anybody gave a shit about. There's really no excuse for it, especially when people are paying for PlayStation Plus. That has been a ginormous hole in their system. So now I think with the Bungie acquisition, they announced like 10 live service games. I'm not really a fan of live service unless it's done right. But like Destiny, Bungie's know-how for live service and FPS could be an absolute asset to them getting the new shooter. 'Cause I don't know about y'all. I've been waiting, and I don't care if it's an exclusive or not. I don't. I don't give a shit. All I care about is if I could play the game. In general, as long as I can play the game, I don't give a shit. I've been waiting for a new FPS game to move Call of Duty down some notches since 2014. So I think it's time. Call of Duty, they're not doing right by their fans. Warzone has been mistreated. Hackers run them up. I'm looking forward to that. So I think it's good. I think this is more about I
read a little bit more information about it.
A talent acquisition more so than Destiny. I don't know why people can get excited for stuff that they've already been playing just because other people don't have access to it. It's weird to me. But go ahead, Ricky.
No, so yeah, basically after reading a lot of information, I think people assume like, oh, that's it, they own Destiny. No, what Sony really did in this situation, because it was only 3.6 billion or 3.9, one of those. And the whole point of that that whole deal was really, like you said, to kind of grab talent, because that game Destiny 2 is established. I think the devs are going to continue with Destiny 2 for years to come, instead of it being, because we heard a lot of information. They released Destiny 2 way too early. They released certain content that wasn't supposed to release. Like Activision had them doing shit they didn't want to do. So now that Destiny 2 is back in its, in its wits and everything, doing good, they're going to continue with that game. However, have the talent also work, like you said, to make other shooters. And people was under the impression like, oh, they're going to make this game exclusive. No, Sony actually will allow that game within the deal to continue to be multi-plat. They just needed a team that's established with shooters to work hand in hand with the Treyarch devs.
They don't want to play that game though.
Wait, say it again, Trey?
Yeah, like, bro, I know that PlayStation's not going to put their Destiny as no damn PlayStation exclusive because they don't want to play that game, bro. Because with Xbox buying Activision, you don't want to go toe to toe with them because you ain't gonna match up with what they just did.
No, I fully understood it. No, I fully understood it now. I understood. I understand the whole game plan now. I mean, that's a lot of money, but yeah, it was really on some. We're gonna partner with Bungie. They're gonna also add in with, what's the name of that team with the Treyarch devs?
I don't know the name of the team. I can't remember it offhand.
And it's like a working partnership for however long. Because remember, then they also said the 10, like you said, 10 live services from now to 2026. And then just to tell Xbox, the Go Box, shout out to him because he's always here chilling. Yeah. He said Xbox, you said Microsoft versus Tencent is the winning race right now. Is the race? I'm gonna be honest.
Boy, don't forget about the Embracer Group, bro.
That's what I was about to say, dude. Embracer Group is far more bigger than that.
I have to find that.
It ain't a race because Embracer Group got more studios than both of them together.
And we're not talking about quality of studios. I'm just saying the volume.
Yeah. So like this isn't baby steps for us. But looking at, I didn't know Embracer Group had all them shits.
So here, I'm gonna put an image on the screen so people can see it.
What up, Edward?
Xbox also said nobody's gonna move Call of Duty. Probably not. But I want another challenge. Deviation.
There we go. It's deviation, Chase. For Treyarch.
Okay, thank you. I want another challenger in the arena. Call of Duty gets away with far too much. And from a physical copy standpoint, the games don't sell as well as they used to. They're doing well because of microtransactions and the whales that spend money on the game. It's not because they're selling more copies and the game is more popular. It's for other, and that's what I was saying earlier. We send the wrong message to companies because they looking at total revenue, not copy sold. Here's a prime example. Valhalla is the most profitable Assassin's Creed game. Nobody who's played all the games will tell you that that's anywhere near top 3. A lot of people feel like it's not even, they feel like it's the worst out of the latest trilogy. But the numbers say, because of microtransactions, that that's what people want. So we're going to
Call of Duty's not on Game Pass yet.
But go ahead, Trey.
I'm gonna be honest. For me, my opinion with this move, man, the current state of Bungie, it doesn't matter to me. Like you said, kind of like you, bro. I never really played Destiny for real. Matter of fact, I never played any of Destiny 1. And when I played Destiny 2, I think they had like I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like when it first came out, they had like a free weekend where they let people play like a multiplayer game. And we all play like some 3v3, 4v4 mode. The gameplay was good. The gunfighting was good. But it didn't make me want to go out and buy that game. And also, too, I knew that was just a small part of this game. Now, for me, what intrigues me with this deal is it gives Sony more possible multiplayer games coming out in the future developed by Bungie. Like, we know PlayStation do their thing when it comes down to the single player. Big genre defining single player games, but we do know that, especially from the last generation, they are lacking multiplayer games. Now, I'm not one of them people that act like Sony don't need to do multiplayer. That's crazy. Why would I do that? If I like Sony products with a single player, I would love if y'all try to put that same effort to a multiplayer game, because I do believe that if y'all wanted to, y'all are capable of doing it. Y'all have franchises that y'all could possibly bring back, and plus now you have developers. But the thing about this deal that really scares me, though, what I can be honest, is the live service part. I am not a fan of live service games, and I think I just seen it. I think I seen it on Twitter. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think they said that Sony said in their earnings meeting that by the year 2026, they want to have at least 10 live service games out.
Yeah, they did.
But Chase, you explain what live service means, because I thought it was like monthly services, but you said it just means online games.
It's just like ongoing products, but like we have great example of live service where you have your Destinies, right? And you have bad examples of live service where you have Anthem and Fallout 76 and stuff like that. So you gotta hope that you get good live service experiences, but chances are some of them won't be.
And most of the time, more time than not, they be bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and then the thing is, when live service games go wrong, they end up abandoning the game, and the game is left feeling empty.
Or it get canceled. Anthem, they abandoned the roadmap. Yeah,
they abandoned that, and not only that. Look, my bad for cutting you off, Trey. In this part right here, this is I don't care about no race. I want about who's versing who in this, right? I want the games to come out, the ones that's been swept under the rug for years, like Prince of Persia's and shit. Like, I've been waiting for these games to come out. People argued and said that they wish that Devil May Cry can get fixed up. Even though I heard good things about the previous one, some people did ask that maybe one day Capcom or whatever, if they get sold or bought or whatever, they would fix that. But when I look at Embracer Group, it's not about the quality of studios. It's just the amount of studios. Some of these companies probably do the B teams or the ones that do the remasters, but Ubisoft, how you have all those studios and only have one game dropping a year, yo? You get what I'm saying? Like, no. And then it's crazy, bro. Like, Rainbow Six is up there, obviously. You got their main thing, and not to be too long on it. Yeah, Microsoft got, obviously they got the heavy hitting shit right now. But for them to buy Take-Two, I don't want to overextend my thoughts on that or understand, but 10 cent.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Exactly, 10 cent. I ain't gonna lie to you. 10 cent got a lot of shit going on, but then you look at Embracer Group, it's like, whoa.
This is misleading. Because, so guys, if you don't know, the graphic up here is the studios. These are the big boys in the industry. This is the publishing companies, and these are the studios that they own. The misleading thing about Tencent is that they own all these, but Tencent has part ownership in so much other shit that you have no idea how
Epic
much
Games
stuff,
on here?
Huh?
They don't even got Epic Games on here, right?
They own a huge stake of Epic Games. They own, if you go on Google and just type in Tencent, like what does Tencent own, you'll see so many small investments. They'll do 5% here, 10% here. They have a ginormous amount of money in the industry. So from a financial standpoint, the only people here who could really compete with them is Microsoft. I don't know about the Embracer Group and how their revenue goes, but they have the most studios out of everybody. Again, we're not talking about quality of studios. We're just talking about sheer volume. So it is really embarrassing to see Ubisoft with all these studios and to see
only like 2-3 games come from them within the last 5 years.
Play the same exact way.
I'm not trying to see Take-Two get bought, bro.
No.
I'm tired of this buying shit anyway.
Yeah, I'm tired.
No. I'm gonna kill that argument.
Like that shit, that's nuts.
I'm gonna kill this argument a little bit because you see this is where it gets a little bit chaotic. Nobody's like, and that's the thing, Xbox. It's not. I don't see them. It could possibly happen. Who knows? But I think people are missing what was happening in this situation. Activision. And that whole thing with what's his name, Bobby Coates.
Microsoft.
They went to Microsoft. Yeah, so he knows that. But also Activision, based off of that situation, we don't know how much that hindered the company. That went to Xbox. They went ahead and did this deal, and then we gotta wait till like next year till they finalize it. And Take-Two Interactive, we don't hear about them struggling. We don't hear about studios of theirs constantly closing and hearing all these backlashes going on. Obviously the GTA situation, but the amount of revenue that they're generating, we're not hearing that. When you hear that Capcom possibly might get bought or something like that, because we do know a history of them going through financial trouble, but they're not exactly, and they don't have much either. But
yes, they do.
I think I'm talking about in this pie chart. That's why they're not listed on the pie chart.
It is a studio and a publishing company.
It's a studio.
It's kind of
yeah. But the point that I'm trying to say is like people are starting to think now that all these companies now are just gonna get bought. No, Activision really had that's what I was trying to tell Xbox. It's not like that.
Well, we don't know what can happen, but I'm gonna say, because we're getting ready to wrap this up. I said this before. A company has to want to be bought. We all own things that can't have a price tag put on them. So just because somebody wants to buy them doesn't mean that they're going to be bought. Yes, they can be bought if they're willing to be bought. It is that simple. It is literally that simple.
That's the point.
Like Discord, Microsoft tried to buy Discord. It didn't work out.
But they did a partnership with Sony, but they didn't sell themselves to Sony.
Tried to buy studios, did not work out. So, you know, and there's also reputation and relationship capital is also very important. People want to make sure, you know, that they join under the umbrella of a company that they work well with. So we don't know. I don't.
And I mean, put these games out. I'm tired of hearing
listen. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna wrap it up. We know that the bags are being handed out, but again, a company has to want to be bought, regardless of how much money somebody has. If you do not want to sell something, they cannot buy it from you. So, I know Microsoft had $120 billion for acquisitions, and they used 70 of it for the Activision deal. So they still have more money to do more purchasing. So good for them. But hopefully, you know, things mellow out, because I don't like the direction that the fans have gone, where it's like, yo, I want to see somebody buy so and so. Like, can we get back to talking about, yo, I want to see the new Halo, I want to see the new Gears, I want to see the new. Can we start talking more about the projects that we know could possibly come out? I'm trying to get back to the conversation about the library, what's on the table, what's potentially on the table. Can we talk more about that? Motherfuckers have shifted the whole shit to money that they ain't got shit to do with. None of that motherfucking money. This is not towards anybody in the chat. None of that money is in anybody's pockets in this chat or in this panel. So if fucking Sony buys some bullshit, that ain't got shit to do with me. I'm not. People are celebrating other people's finances. It's fucking weird, is what it is.
I'm telling you, bro, man.
I was hype as fuck, because I was like, damn, we might see some of these games drop. Not only that, I was thinking, like, I'm looking for, say if Ubisoft were to get bought, I'm looking at it like, fully, like, if they don't want to redo a reboot, if they don't want to reboot, then yo, fully remake Prince of Persia, boy. Yeah, like, bro, just bring that shit back.
Like, Xbox, like, they literally act like it's their money. Fuck this. We gotta respawn, Phil. We gotta respawn, Sony.
I'm trying to get this release. I'm trying to get a release date.
Your analogs have been bit off your controller. You can't even afford a new controller. You talking about some Wii?
This shit seemed like the I remember one time when I was talking to this goddamn mechanic, bro, and he was telling me about cars. He was like, man, a lot of these car companies, man, when one of them go out, they just get sold and get bought by the next. This video game shit starting to sound like that same shit, bro. I'm tired of hearing about Microsoft buying shit. I'm tired of hearing about what Sony buying shit, bro. What are these games at, bro?
Well, I know y'all been playing games for years. Y'all do know this, right? Y'all do know, like, y'all been playing games for years. I do remember.
I play companies like I
know. So no, but the point to make that point, this is honestly just in a bigger scale. But this is literally like repeat history, bro. Remember at one point, all these companies used to be independent. Remember, a lot of these companies were independent. Then all of a sudden, you know, you got to almost to the 2000s when that came out with PS2 and all that, and then they started merging with either some companies. There was a point in time. Remember that?
The consolidation is a part of how the country runs.
I'm gonna be honest, man, and maybe this might not make sense, but I feel like the more and more these companies merge, the worse we get in gaming. Because back then in PS2 era and everything, you had way more studios and they was putting out way more products. Now you got all these people merging. There's less products coming out. There's less diversity. when the more and more they keep fucking merging, the less diversity we get in these games, the less games that we get, the less new IPs we get. Like all of this, I don't like these big corporations just getting it all. I don't like it, bro. And maybe it might not make sense, but I really do feel that way, bro.
I'm selfish.
I'm tired of it.
I think the quality of creativity overall, obviously we have very many bright spots. Several times a year we get great games, but gaming as overall for bang for your buck has gone down tremendously since the first year I seen the fuck shit going on was 2014, and then from then on I think it's just been downhill. Half the AAA games that we're excited for either are disappointment or broken or canceled, or they're just not how we remember at all. They changed complete formats, and they're overly expensive to play. The quality of video games has gone way down in the mainstream AAA sector anyway. You got to get the shit that you really looking for. You got to really go indie or find shit on YouTube or from Twitch streamers or watch people's podcasts where you find out about these like fantastic games. The gaming is fucked up. It been fucked up. Ain't no reasons people could be forced to spend $200 to have a 2K player be even usable and all that type of shit. Gaming is fucked. But
yeah, and look, and I'm gonna be a little greedy with it too, and I'm gonna be a little I'm gonna be selfish and biased at the same time. I think it was said on the Iron Lords, Chase. If there is gonna be anything bought, I would hope that it comes from Sony, Nintendo, or Microsoft, man. I don't want this fucking company that comes from left field that really doesn't have the same mindset as just bringing in the games, and it becomes more the business thing. That's just completely biased shit right there. Because who knows?
I don't even like that, because each company has proven what they would do if they really on top, or they feel like they on top. They'll do stuff that's kind of fucked up. Sony has shown it. And Microsoft has shown it. Microsoft has obviously come a long way. And the good thing I'll say this is it's nice when people have conversations about Microsoft and Xbox that they're not bringing up the no use game stuff from 2013. Like everybody knows it happened. Like everybody's moved on, so people don't really bring that up anymore. But
people are sick of this shit. The way these games is dropping.
Yeah, we've seen. That's what happens. And Sony's really notorious for how arrogant they get when they're like feeling like they on top. So much so that when they brought out the fucking PS4, we couldn't even record with our capture cards and look dumb shit like that. Not having not being able to change your name until like 2016. Just shit that should be a part of your system is not there. One last question. Xbox is asking if we think Microsoft or Sony will ever go software only. I think one day it may be software only.
I hope not.
Period. Because we may get to a place where cloud gaming could basically be almost all of gaming. We are a long way off. The internet's not good enough, but it's possible 30 years down the road that everybody's a software company and that you don't really need hardware, which would probably be cool for everybody. But
they're gonna be releasing chip. They're gonna be releasing. I see it coming because Seagate and all these companies already made dedicated hard drives that you can go from PC to console right now and switch. So I could already see chipsets be made by Microsoft to go into PCs, or even better yet, the console thing, which is unfortunate, but it can happen. They just go portable. And then all of a sudden you see these applications, like you got the Microsoft application, you got Valve, you got Steam, you got all this
TV. Xbox said, what if it's on? How dope would it be to go down to your TV and just like a lot of smart TVs have Netflix and it's everything pre-installed, you go on there, they got the Sony app, the Microsoft app, and really you don't even need a console no more. You could just get your controller of your choice and play on your TV. Well, that would be fucking fire. We wouldn't even need to buy consoles. You could spend more money on games if you could just play on whatever TV or monitor or whatever device you have that has the shit already on there.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
I didn't have a problem with that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
When that shit
I wouldn't either.
It's gonna be one of the downfalls of game, bro.
Yo, you know why I believe it's coming?
Yes.
I didn't believe it was coming, dog, until COVID hit, yo. I ain't gonna lie, COVID hit, and knowing that a lot of those games come from overseas and all this other bullshit that just happened. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't gonna be a long while until we start seeing things become software after software.
That's gonna be $50 a month. That's my concern, is that we're gonna be paying for that. I just meant the ability to sit down and play without needing the consoles. Cause then you could go anywhere, you know what I mean? Sign into your shit. When you on vacation, you go stay at an Airbnb, you motherfucker, you go in the living room, you get on the TV, sign into your Xbox or your Sony account, boom, your games is already on there and shit, no input lag. I could get with that, but I ain't saying I wanted to replace consoles, because we've been doing this shit for a long time. I do love consoles. It's nice to have them, but they're expensive. But I think we need to stop here. We went a little bit over time. Shout out to Andrea. Thank you very much. Shout out to Addict once again, Buddha, Marquise, everybody else. Thank you guys for coming out. We're gonna wrap it up. We don't really want to do long shows. Really an hour. We went a little bit over time. Good to see y'all. Then the Switch giveaway will happen very soon. We're gonna start doing trivia and shit. You know what I'm saying? You answer 5 questions, you get them all right, $50 and all. We're gonna start doing some little fun shit in the middle of the show over the next coming week. So we want to see y'all soon. Y'all got anything y'all want to say?
No, sir. Oh yeah, man. Tony, stop spamming. then you gonna put what? Stop spamming. You know what I mean. But other than that, man, we out, man.
I'm gonna be live shortly. What y'all about to do? Y'all going? Well, you going live today?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live today, but I'm gonna be editing for right now.
Yeah, I think I'll probably play some shit. I think Raunchy might want to stream. I'll probably join him on stream and play Death Stranding. But make sure y'all thumbs up. Until next time.